IKIMfm, inspirasi utama anda.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good day to all our listeners. Welcome to IKIMfm and thank you for joining us in another episode of Man and Nature, where we reflect on the relationship between human beings, knowledge, ethics, nature, and the well-being of society. Today, we will be discussing the topic STI Coordination for Sustainable Research in Asia. We will try to understand today what is STI. Across Asia, the keyword STI is becoming increasingly important as countries face shared challenges such as climate change, energy transition, food security, disaster, aging society, public health pressure, and rapid technological disruption. These challenges are complex and they cannot be solved by one discipline, one institution, or one country alone. For Malaysia, this topic is especially relevant. At the same time, Malaysia is also seeking stronger regional and international partnership, including with Japan. The recent visit of our Prime Minister, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim to Japan, further highlighted the importance of Malaysia-Japan cooperation, including areas such as energy, economy, science and technology, capacity building, and strategic development. But successful research cooperation does not happen automatically. It requires coordination, people and institutions who can connect researchers, policymakers, industry, communities, funders, and ethical perspectives. This is where perhaps STI coordination becomes important. To help us explore this important topic today, we are honored to welcome Dr. Taro Sonobe, Deputy Director of the Research Promotion Division, Kyoto University Office of Research Acceleration, all the way from Kyoto University, Japan. Welcome, Dr. Taro Sonobe.
Okay,
Konnichiwa.
konnichiwa. Thank you
How
very
are you?
much, Professor Zul. Yeah, I'm fine. Bike.
Good. Thank you for being with us today. Dr. Taro Sonobe, to begin our discussion,
Yeah.
perhaps you could explain to us what is STI and STI coordination means and why it is becoming increasingly important for sustainable research and development, especially in Asia.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Zul, for your kind introductions. I think to begin the answering your questions, I would like to first say very much appreciation to give me this very great opportunity to share our ideas. And also actually, let me also very much appreciate to our Malaysian friends and colleagues because this STI, Science, Technology, Innovation, and STI coordination activity actually jointly initiated with our colleagues and professor, for example, Dr. Zul, the Professor Sharizas, Dr. Tan, and who are the founder of the Malaysian Research Association, and also many friends from ASEAN Science Technology Fellows, including many friends from Malaysia and across ASEAN regions, and also ASEAN Secretariat, and ASEAN Costi, and also Kyoto University, and just friends, so many. So I think my talks is not only come from my idea. Actually, my talk today is come from the joint and shares a value through the collaborative activity among ASEAN and Japan. Okay, so this is very important. So anyway, in short, STI means the science, technology, and innovation. And STI coordination is a science, technology, and innovation coordination. So in very short term, STI coordination is a mechanism that sustains multidisciplinary and multi-sectoral and multi-stakeholder collaboration through connecting people, building trust, and enabling cooperation across boundary to address shared challenge. So let me a little bit explain the backgrounds, how we emerge these ideas. So please remember about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, what we faced at that situation. Do you remember? About year 2020 or 2021 and 2022.
Is it about the COVID?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
COVID.
Yes, COVID pandemics. So actually, this STI coordination idea was born when we faced this shared challenge of the COVID-19 situation in 2020. Since the STI coordination was jointly created through mutual learnings between Japan and ASEAN among many colleagues and friends from ASEAN and Japan during this COVID-19 pandemic situation, which is a very shared challenge among ASEAN and Japan. So at that time, we were very much facing a serious and complicated shared challenge of pandemics. We didn't know the future at that time. We really concerned, and also we faced a very serious issues about for example, human disconnection. Sometimes we couldn't see my friends in the face. Only we communicate through the online. And sometimes you also put the mask and we couldn't see your face, just only eye. At that time, we have a lot of the very much issue and problem faced together. So in response to that kind of shared challenge, just not only climate change, but at that time, we really faced that kind of the shared challenge. We create opportunity to learn from one another and to share our hands-on experience and lesson learned and idea to address these kind of the shared challenge, such as pandemics or disaster prevention or energy security issue or climate change. So through those discussions, first we began asking what kind of people and relationship needed to address the complicated and complex issue. The second one, what makes collaboration sustainable? Third question, how can we build trust across boundaries and discipline and sectors and organization and countries? We keep asking this question during our series of online study group. So the concept of STI coordination was emerged from these shared experience and reflection among ASEAN and Japan. So today, that's why I'm very much pleased and honored to share the idea of STI coordination and a lesson we learned together through ASEAN and Japan collaboration.
Thank you, Dr. Sonobe.
Okay.
I'm very happy to hear that STI coordination is the fruitful output of collaboration between various stakeholders, Japan and many other Asian countries, including Malaysia, based on shared challenge that we faced during the pandemic. And it is also an opportunity for mutual learning and to help each other. It helps ensure that science, technology, and innovation are not working in isolation, but are directed towards meaningful and sustainable collaboration. As you have mentioned just now, I think Asian countries, including Japan, is facing many shared challenges, including climate change, energy transition, food security, disaster, aging society, as well as the rapid pace of technology that has been changing very fast nowadays. So how could you think STI coordination help countries in Asia work together more effectively to address these complex challenges?
Okay, thank you very much. So I should also mention about the very importance of the essence of the STI coordination again to address that question. So actually, through the previous discussion among ASEAN and Japan, we realized that technologies and funding alone are not enough to solve this kind of the multidisciplinary and complicated issue. So sustainable collaboration actually, as you say, depend on person trust and relationship and mutual learnings and shared purpose. So STI coordination emerged from these shared experience. And then I just would like to say that this kind of the coordination matter is not new, actually. STI coordination actually gave a common name and learning framework to something many people already knew was important, but had never clearly put a name. So this is a very important. And then to respond to your question, yes, now Asian nations and region are facing the very complex challenge, climate change and energy transitions and food security, disaster resilience and aging issue or technological disruption or any. So these challenges cannot be solved by a single country, organization, disciplines, and sectors. So effective solution required, yes, collaboration among researchers and policymakers and industries and the communities, even the academia. We need to collaborate among the very various disciplines, just not only the engineer, but also social scientists and humanities scientists and many disciplines. So STI coordination now provides three very important common items. One is a common language among these different stakeholders or these different disciplines. And the second one is a learning framework. If we put STI coordination, we can gather together to learn about STI coordination, then we can start to think about what is the importance of the item under the STI coordination. The last one, we can also provide a practical approach to collaboration. So through STI coordination, people learn how to work across boundaries and build trust among each other and sustain partnership among each other. So last, my key message to your question is that, so complex challenges require collaboration, of course, and collaboration requires trust. The STI coordination can help us build these two items, collaboration and building a trust. So STI coordination can put something like the opportunity for all this kind of the people. Yes.
Those are very important, Dr. Taro Sonobe.
Yeah.
I really agree with your points that technology and funding only are not enough to support or to help Asian countries to overcome all these challenges. And I also agree with you that based by STI coordination, we could have a common language, learning framework, and practical approach to collaboration that helps everyone, all partners in Asian region to have shared purpose, build trust, and also sustain partnership. Dear listeners, you are listening to Man and Nature on IKIMfm. Today we are speaking with Dr. Taro Sonobe, Deputy Director of the Research Promotion Division, Kyoto University Office of Research Acceleration, all the way from Kyoto University, Japan. Our topic today is STI Coordination for Sustainable Research in Asia. We have just discussed what STI coordination means and why it matters for sustainable research and development in Asia, especially as the region faces shared challenges such as climate change, energy transition, food security, and disaster risk. After this, we will explore how STI coordination can bridge the gaps between science, policy, industry, and community. Stay with us. Thank you.
Ikuti kami di laman web ikimfm.my.
Located in the center of Seoul in Itaewon, the Seoul Central Mosque is Korea's first permanent mosque and the only mosque in Seoul. The mosque and Islamic center were erected in 1976 with the help of a generous donation of land from the Korean government and large monetary contributions from Saudi Arabia and other Islamic countries that funded all construction and operational costs. The mosque is made up of 3 floors. In addition to the mosque itself, there is a secondary building on the premises that houses a madrasa, an educational institution for the Muslim children to learn about Islamic culture and religion, the Islamic Cultural Research Center, and other Islamic-related organizations. The entrance of the mosque is decorated in blue mosaic tiles and a sign that states in Arabic, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, or there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of God, a religious creed that is recited during prayer called the Shahada. The Seoul Central Mosque is open to both Korean Muslims and Muslim tourists, and prayers are conducted several times a day, allowing visiting Muslims to perform their 5 daily prayers. Sermons are conducted in English, Arabic, and Korean, and each praying session lasts about 10 till 15 minutes. In the center of the mosque is a green sign that states Allahu Akbar, or God is great.
Kuching 93.7.
Welcome back to IKIMfm. We are still speaking with Dr. Taro Sonobe, Deputy Director of the Research Promotion Division, Kyoto University Office of Research Acceleration, Kyoto University, Japan. And our topic today is STI Coordination for Sustainable Research in Asia. So Dr. Taro Sonobe, in your experience, what are the main gaps between scientific research, policy making, the industrial demand and needs, as well as community? And how can STI coordinators help bridge this gap between various parties?
Okay, terima kasih Zul-san for your next question. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, so as you see, the biggest gap amongst these different stakeholders, I'm basically from the academia, but I think the biggest challenge are often not technology, but maybe from the human, the people, way of the thinking of the people. So different stakeholders mean policymakers, industry person, or academia, or even a community or a citizen. I think that they have the different view or different viewpoints in terms of the goals, in terms of the incentives, in terms of the priorities or language. They use differently. Even between Zulu-san and me, we use a different language. You use Malaysia. I use Japanese, very easy. But sometimes I use more, let's say, administrative language, but you may use more professional scientific language. So I sometimes feel the difficulty to understand that kind of the conversation that to make between some other different discipline sometimes. So that kind of the thing happen. And also they may work on the same challenge, but see it differently. So different. I think if we see only same, I think the one very good foods. But me now yes, I want to eat. But someone maybe they want to create, they want to cook, but don't want to eat. But if we want to see, when we see the one same food, but they may see differently. So effective collaboration, yes, requires very good talk each other, dialogues. And the second one, the mutual learning each other. How do you see that kind of same picture? And also we need a trust. So STI coordination helps by building shares understanding and also facilitating a communication and connecting the people across sectors and supporting long-term trust buildings. So someone who has this kind of a soft skill or someone who wants to contribute to the society, he or she can be the intermediate person to link between someone and someone, and then translate their language into the someone to understand easily, even technically or even non-technically. So my key message, the biggest gap are often gap in understandings and the communication, not gap in maybe knowledge. Understanding in mean more emotion or more like a deep inside of the human being. But knowledge is a more like a surface. Maybe that can be replaced by the kind of a technology. But the most important thing is a more like a deep, important component of the human being, like emotions or passion or compassion or curiosity. That kind of a thing very important. Yeah.
I think your points are very relevant, Dr. Taro Sonobe. As an example, I think sometimes excellent research remains within academia, while communities and policymakers, industry players doesn't really understand it and may not benefit from it directly. So STI coordinators can play a bridging role to translate scientific findings and like you have said, to build shared understanding through dialogue and mutual learning and build trust between each of these different parties so that it will help different sectors understand one another and aligning them to work together and to solve the common issue that we currently face, right? I think that is very relevant. So the theme of Man and Nature this year, Dr. Taro Sonobe, is navigating future challenges in knowledge, ethics, and human well-being. So perhaps related to it, I would like to hear from you, how could STI coordination ensure that research, science, technology, innovation are not only technologically advanced, but also ethical, inclusive, and also could give benefits to the society.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your next question. It's really relevant to the STI coordinations. So again, as I say, STI coordination value on not only the technology, not only the digital data itself, much value on the humanity of human beings. So our shared value of the STI coordination created through the collaboration from Malaysia colleagues, ASEAN friends, and Japan. we share the common this kind of idea. So I would like to, with this kind of understanding, I would like to answer to your this very interesting question. So first, to the listeners, please imagine who will do research activity, who is curious about shared challenge, who can provide innovative ideas. So do you believe artificial intelligence, AI, will have curiosity, passion, compassion, and emotion like a human? Research and innovations are ultimately about, I think, the people, human, not only technology. Technologies such as AI can support decision making and innovation. Yes, I also use AI very much every day to collect the information and brush up my ideas. But I decided myself finally. And then, so AI cannot replace a human responsibility, final decision. So ultimately, it is people to decide the final decision answered. And then not machine, not AI. So who decide what kind of the society we want to create and what value we choose to keep. So that one will be decided by the human. So human beings have a capacity to care for others, they act ethically, and take responsibility for contributing to the common goal and common good and human well-being. So long-term collaboration, again, really depend on the several human activities such as trust, again, and mutual respect and passions and shared purpose. So many ASEAN societies, I believe, values on relationships. Relationship mean seniors and juniors, the friends, and the teacher and the student, even family, father and mother and child, and even the cousin. I think the ASEAN nations share this kind of a very important human value. And also respect for others and intergenerational learnings. We often learn from the seniors. Also, we often learn from the juniors about new ideas. So that kind of intergenerational learnings are very essential for the human being. So STI coordination encourages us to consider who benefit from some STI activity and who is included in this STI activity, and how trust is built, and how collaboration can be sustained. So ethics and human well-being should remain at the center of innovation, I believe. So that's my key message to your question. Technology may create solution, but trust, ethics, and human relationship determine whether those solutions truly benefit society. So again, it comes back to that, yes, human and the well-being ethic, yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Taro Sonobe. I think your point speaks directly to the heart of our team. I would like to reiterate the points that AI is a good technology, good tools to be used by us, but at the end of the day, human must decide, and we must ensure that there are values, so that research should not be judged only on how advanced it is, how technology can be used, but how it could be used responsibly. who benefits from it, and whether it protects our human dignity, social justice, and also environmental sustainability. We will have a short break, Dr. Taro Sonobe. So before the break, we explored the gaps between research, policy, industry, and society. We have also discussed with Dr. Taro Sonobe all the way from Kyoto University, Japan, about the ethical and social dimension of research impact, especially in relation to knowledge, ethics, and human well-being. Coming up next, we will look at lessons from ASEAN, Japan, STI initiative, long-term research network, and a more holistic model of sustainable research in Asia. Do stay tuned. Thank you.
Curious about Islam? Got questions you've always wanted to ask?
Join me, Brother Roger,
And me, Dr. Arfino Johari,
this time on our program Tell Me Why.
where your questions about Islam are heard, discussed, and answered with clarity.
Whether you're a born Muslim, a new revert, or simply someone who wants to understand about Islam better, this conversation is for you.
Join us, ask your questions, and deepen your understanding of Islam.
So don't forget, Tell Me Why, every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. only on IKIMfm. Inspirasi utama anda.
عن أبي محمد الحسن بن علي ابن أبي طالب صبت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وريحانته رضي الله عنهما قال: حفظت من رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: دع ما يريبك إلى ما لا يريبك. رواه الترمذي والنسائي، وقال الترمذي: حديث حسن صحيح.
On the authority of Abu Muhammad al-Hassan, the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the grandson of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the one much beloved of him, may Allah be pleased with them both, who said: I memorized from the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, leave that which makes you doubt for that which does not make you doubt. Related by At-Tirmizi and An-Nasa'i, At-Tirmizi saying that it was a good and sound hadith.
Hidupkan minda, segarkan jiwa dengan ilmu yang membawa manusia mengenal Sang Penciptanya. Kekalkan kesetiaan anda di IKIM FM, inspirasi utama anda.
Welcome back to Man and Nature on IKIM FM. Dr. Taro Sonobe, from your work with Asian countries and Japan in this STI initiative, and also the initiative done by Kyoto University, what lessons can Malaysia and other Asian countries learn about building long-term research networks across borders, various institutions and disciplines? Are there any success stories that you would like to share with the listeners today?
Okay. Thank you very much, Professor Zul. So this is related to question number 6.
Yes.
Okay. So I think that Dr. Zul said that yes, thanks of the many collaboration or understandings or friendship from the ASEAN and Japan. At the Kyoto University, I conducted several series of the ASEAN-Japan's collaborative projects, namely Japan-ASEAN Science Technological Innovation Platform projects funded by Japan Science Technology Agent, JST. Or recently, also, this is a 10 years project, was a 10 years project started from the 2015 to the 2025. And also, recently, with collaboration with ASEAN University Network, AUN, and AUN SeedNet JICA projects, and also Kyoto University's we implementing the one big project under Japan ASEAN Integrated Fund JIFE about STI coordination. And so with this experience, I just would like to share some points about how to sustain this kind of long-term collaboration. Okay. So one of the key points of the long-term collaboration, long-term network not built by the machine, not built by the probably AI, built by people who had a very good passion, and not built by institution alone, not built by the university, not built by company, not built by the one of the research institution, probably built by the very, let's say, highly dedicated, motivated person, or a person who have the very good spirits, or a passion, or a very good sense of the, let's say, social contribution, or think about beyond himself, but as to think about the other. And then successful collaboration really depend on the individual, actually, who have the sense of connecting the people, who can also promote building the trust and sustain the relationship. So in many Asian society, including Japan and Malaysia, I believe, relationships matters, including mentorship between senior or junior supervisors and students, or teacher-student relationship, very important. You had also very what you call our common professor to learn each other, and the senior-junior relationships, and alumni networks. Those kind of the networks are really important and built by many key persons. So at Kyoto Universities, we really invest in, as you see, future leaders, capacity building for the future leaders in STI coordination. And also the coordinators, or sometimes we can say research managers, or research administrators, or research officers in Malaysia. And also human networks, just not only the one discipline, just not only the research manager, but the mix researcher or PI and research manager, or even the graduate students. So those kind of mix, and also retired professors. So those kind of let's say, combination of the network, we really focus on fostering that kind of the variety of networks. So strong networks are built through, again, trust and shared experiences. Some shared, very unique experience already remained for the many years. So I and Zul already met maybe more than 20 years ago. We have many shared experience, sometimes very funny things, or sometimes very, very hard memory, but all these kind of their memories keep our relationship. That is a shared experience. And also continuous learning each other. So that kind of the mindset are really important. Even now, I'm already approached to the 50 age. But yes, important thing is the continuous learnings, even getting age. But age, it doesn't matter for learning. So I think the continuous learning is very important. So lastly, my key message to your question is that, yes, funding projects, or any research project funded by, or with any money, or is with any budget from the government, may start collaboration. yes, they can prepare some opportunity to start collaboration. But who will sustain? How we can sustain? This is person, the people, human. So people sustain that kind of a collaboration. So that's why we need to foster the very good person or human resources who can sustain or who can bridge the person and the person, or who can build the trust each other. So that kind of human resources are very important. And the human resources not limit to the single job discipline. These good person can come from the researchers, can come from the coordinators, from the policymaker or industry person, anywhere. We may focus on important kind of human capacity, let's say, the people. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sonobe Sensei. I think that is very meaningful, all your points. We would like, me and the listeners would like to hear more, but of course, we have to jump to the last question for today due to the time constraint. But then, Sonobe Sensei, looking to the future, what do you think? What do you like to tell? What kind of mindset, skills, and values should young researchers, especially, and STI coordinators in Asian region develop in order to contribute meaningfully to sustainable development as well as sustainable research in Asia?
Okay, thank you very much. To respond to the last question, right? Okay, so again, I continuously saying the similar, same points about the humanity. So I think the key point and the key mindset and the skill and the value for the next generation, I would like to mention first about the mindsets. I hope the young generation have some of the mindset on look beyond the individual success. And the second one is probably more contribute to the society and the future generation, not only my generation, but think about the future generation. And remain curious and remain the curiosities and open to different perspective, not only the narrow perspective, to have the capacity to listen from the different perspective or diversity. That is an important mindset. And the next one would be skill. So yes, to make use that kind of mindset, we need very good skill on communication and facilitation and relationship buildings and cross-sector collaboration. Those things can be learned through the concept of the STI coordination. And then third, about the values. Yes, next generation people or even our generation put on the highly value on trust and integrity and empathy and mutual respect and compassion. So many important factors are difficult to measure. Actually, these kind of the thing is very difficult to measure in number. But trust and relationships and morals and the shared purpose are very important. So yet these invisible factors often determine success of or failure, but these kind of the value are very important. So last key, my message is science and innovation are ultimately human activity. So technology may change the world, but the people's and the trust and the shared value determine how that change benefit the society. So I think that kind of the mindset and the skill and the value will be the very important for the next generation. And then I hope that our common let's say frameworks or idea of the STI coordination somehow can help even next generation to think about these important points. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sonobe, for sharing your knowledge and insight with us today. Jikang itadaki makoto ni arigatou gozaimasu.
Sama-sama.
Dear listeners, today's discussion reminds us that science, technology, and innovation are powerful tools for shaping the future. But according to Dr. Taro Sonobe from Kyoto University, it must be coordinated wisely if they are to respond to real challenges facing Asian region. As Malaysia deepens its STI ambitions and strengthens cooperation with partners such as Japan, we are reminded that the future of research in Asia depends on collaboration, trust, shared responsibility, and a commitment to sustainability. May this conversation, inshallah, inspire researchers and all the young generation to see that STI not only as a driver of development, but also as a trust, amanah, to be used wisely for humanity and the environment. Thank you again for listening to Man and Nature on IKIMfm. I am Associate Professor Technologist Dr. Zul Ilham Zulkiflee Lubes. Until we meet again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.